Hi guys, it's Chris, Jack and Ollie here from the Zombie Box Project, and today we're talking about The Darkness 2.
Awesome. So we've all played the demo.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed the demo.
Me too.
What was our first initial thoughts of the game?
It was different from the first Darkness. I mean,
Okay.
in terms of style, in terms of action. It was
Okay.
much more action focused.
So from this I'm getting that you played the first one. Did we play it all the way through? I never played it personally.
I only played a little bit of it.
We're in the same boat. We got the feeling of the first one.
Yeah. So you got the feel. Is this distinctly different?
In terms of style, it is distinctly different. The first one was much darker. It had a photorealistic style as opposed to a cel-shaded one.
What do you think of the change between photorealistic and cel shade?
I don't know. It kind of makes it feel more natural to the comic book style.
Yeah, I thought that as well.
But
So it's staying true to the source material.
I mean,
like
you probably can get a more mature feel from keeping it photorealistic. Then again, because it's mostly based around shooting people in the face and ripping them apart with tentacles, it makes it more fun.
Because it's so violent and gory. Having that cel shaded sort of feel makes it less harsh on the
player.
You think about it, it could be potentially disturbing if it wasn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It's not a game that takes itself too seriously.
Yeah, okay. If we've got any young viewers here, be careful with the executions.
Yes, definitely.
They're pretty graphic. We're talking Mortal Kombat levels of graphic.
Arsecution.
Arsecution.
So we compared it to Prototype.
Yeah.
In a sense, it kind of is. You've got something that's controlling someone.
Yeah.
And it's giving them big.
It's giving them morphing powers.
Pretty
basically.
much. Do we think it's very much like Prototype, maybe too much like Prototype, or do you think there's enough difference between them?
I think the storyline's definitely different.
And to be honest, the gameplay is pretty different.
The gameplay's a lot different.
You're not going to be running across rooftops and jumping off skyscrapers.
One point you made, Chris and Ollie, was that the Darkness 1, or the first one, was more open world, more free roaming, but this seems, from the demo anyway, seems much more linear, more first person shootery.
Yeah, I suppose you had an objective in the demo. You had to go there, do it. In the old one, you had a mobile phone and stuff, and you could phone random numbers you found. It was a really real, well realised world.
Yeah.
I'm slightly worried they might have lost that with the second game.
So if they've lost the whole open worldness and gone into the Call of Duty way of just going down one
always
pathway,
back to the Call of Duty way.
Yeah, pretty much. Do we think that will put you off? Or do you think...
From what I played of the demo, it won't, because it's still a really fun game.
Yeah. If it's long and like that, even if it's linear, if it's long and like that, then it'll be a fun game and I'll probably get it.
So the Darkness 2 seems to be one of those games where everything seems to complement everything else and it all works, rather than have one thing that stand out that breaks the whole game.
I think there might be one thing for me that breaks the game, and that would be variation between gun types.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe. Or possibly RPG elements not being able to fill up the whole skill tree.
Oh yeah.
I'm really anal about filling up every skill, and
I'm with you on that one.
And it's a huge tree, so you probably can't, unless it's a huge game. In which case, I'm going to leave off.
But that skill tree, as we saw from the demo, is really in depth.
Yeah,
it looks good and it's well presented.
And it's split up into different categories involving the darkly, your darkness powers, and your shooting abilities. Sort of like The Witcher.
Yes, very much.
It's in the same style.
So, one thing we were talking about, because you mentioned guns, was dual wielding.
Yeah.
And in games like Halo 2, dual wielding was a big thing, and I love dual wielding. But we didn't feel that it was quite as well implemented with The Darkness 2.
I'm not sure. I think it's because I wasn't used to the controlling, but the way you put the guns in different positions and move them around, I wasn't quite sure what I was doing in that.
Okay.
Maybe it was overwhelming because I had 4 arms essentially.
That is true. You're used to having only 2 arms, and they can hold one in each.
2 triggers. It's logical on a controller, but with 4 arms, you've got the bumpers as well, and suddenly aiming becomes difficult.
With dual wielding, they've sort of made it true to life.
Yes.
You can't aim when you're dual wielding.
I think it's set up so you can shoot at 2 different people at once as well.
Maybe.
The way it kind of splits up and goes back together at parts.
Yeah.
But whether or not that was automatic or me doing something with the controller, I do not know.
So one thing that keeps coming back is that this game is fun.
Yeah.
It's just one of those video games that you can just embrace and just play easily. You don't need to think about it.
Have either of you played Bulletstorm?
Yes, I have Bulletstorm up on my shelf right there.
Yeah,
it is very much like
similar
Bulletstorm.
style, isn't it? It's about going in and killing people in the most entertaining way possible, like shooting car doors at them and things.
Did we like how the structures around us were dynamic? So you could pull off a car door and use it as a shield, pick up a pole and use it as a spear. Did we think that was a nice touch?
I enjoyed
It'll
that.
be interesting to see how that progresses, actually, because you know in the beginning of the game you couldn't even like eat people's hearts, which is a staple of the first one.
Yeah.
With the dynamic environments, will it get to the point where you can throw cars if you pick the right skills? Now that would be a really interesting mechanic in the game.
Definitely. Do we think that the voice acting and the character development that will stay true to the comics? Do you think it will be as good as some of the comics are?
Well, the voice acting of
Jackie Estacado
and the darkness
and
itself,
the darkness,
as well as that the creepy guy.
Yeah, they're all really good.
Yeah,
they're so immersive, and it just makes you believe in the character.
Sounds legit. I mean, Jackie Estacado is a fantastic character, and this voice actor has made us believe that he is him.
That is definitely one thing that sets it apart from Bulletstorm. It's got decent and good dialogue.
And there's probably not going to be any rubbish jokes.
No.
Yeah.
No Hail to the King.
So, definitely. So, because it comes out February 10th.
Yeah.
Amalur, Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning, comes out in the same week.
Oh, game developers, you wound me.
Yeah. Especially our wallets.
Yeah. and academic prowess.
So, for the state of argumentation, which
is definitely not a word.
Which isn't a word. Do we think... What would you rather get, okay? You can only get one. Amalur
only
or
one
Darkness
for the rest of my life?
No, but okay, for the month. You only have one game to play.
For the month I'd get Darkness.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I agree. But if I had 2 months, I'd get Amalur.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
why is that?
I'd save Amalur for the summer. Because, game designers don't bring out anything in the summer.
No, apart from arcade games.
If any game designers are listening to this, get it in your head. We will buy games if they are released in the summer.
We're not out all the time.
We have got a lot of spare time.
Yeah.
So, do you think a Darkness 2, that's because you got a month and it'll be quick, easy, you can come back to it?
It looks like one of those games, if it was quite short, I could play on harder difficulties without feeling...
Yeah, same.
Because there's so much variety in ways you can just kill people.
Especially the RPG element.
Yeah.
If they don't let you level up the whole skill
There's
tree.
at least 3 different
exactly.
segments. Let's face it, you're going to pick one segment rather than kind of be average at all of them.
Yeah. Exactly. So I think that about just wraps it up.
Yeah.
So comment question for the viewers is, I know they're very different games, so please don't flame me in the comments, but
You're going to anyway.
Yeah, Kingdoms of Amalur or the Darkness 2. So leave your comments, interesting or just boring in the
interesting or boring responses.
We read them always in the section below, guys. Remember to like, comment and subscribe. And we've got one more surprise.
There's one more thing.
So Chris, if you look in that second drawer, for those of you who don't know, it was his birthday at the weekend. In the game bag we got you a present.
You got me
We got him a present. You got
me a present.
We got you Portal 2.
Portal 2. So thank you very much.
It's alright. So Chris, hope you had a good birthday.
I did. This is even better.
And we will speak to you guys later. See you.